We've saved $100,000 a year.
The energy dollar stays in our own town. We're not sending wood waste to the landfill site. Through using the local fuel, we also create local jobs.
We're excited to have them in our town. They do a great job, so I would recommend Fink Machine to anybody.
The technology is so advanced. It's so efficient. There's hardly any maintenance required. You don't need dedicated staff. It's virtually fully automatic.
I don't see any particulate. There's no discolored snow. I don't see any residue on my greenhouses. You would see particulate landing on that.
We're really able to optimize combustion, which leads to minimize emissions, and at the same time we're able to harvest that energy so that you can reduce your energy costs.
Welcome to Fink Machine Incorporated, the first name in biomass boiler fabrication, installation, and service. At Fink, we've been designing, building, installing, and servicing our turnkey biomass boiler systems for over a decade, with over 80 installations, from integrated systems combining business, industrial, residential, and public spaces to swimming pools and arenas. Fink Machine Incorporated has the experience and expertise to take full advantage of the benefits that come from using a biomass boiler. But first, how does a biomass boiler work? When the woody biomass enters the boiler and is burned, the wood releases a syngas that is then combined with air. This is then used to heat rooms and buildings as needed. A biomass boiler isn't like sitting around a campfire warming your hands, but rather an example of smart, high-tech engineering, harnessing the hidden powers of nature. Biomass boilers are carbon neutral and use renewable resources, often wood chips, as a source of fuel to heat homes, businesses, and schools. At Fink Machine Incorporated, our teams of highly skilled craftsmen and designers work tirelessly to create efficient, modern, long-lasting biomass boiler solutions. Here, we see an example of a boiler being designed and built as a mobile unit, ready to be shipped and ready to work anywhere. Fink Machine uses custom welding, fabrication, and in-house supplies to ensure your project is of the highest quality and exactly what you require. Fink Machine uses Wiesmann curb boiler systems imported from Austria.
They're used pretty much anywhere you can think of. They're used from like in a residential home, right down to large industrial complexes, large swimming pool. The largest swimming pool in Germany, for instance, is heated with biomass boilers. We're always significantly cheaper than oil. Favorite ones I could probably point out is the Yellowknife Airport. We were able to put a biomass system in heating the entire airport. Right next to it we have another boiler heating the combined service buildings for the airport. It is cold in Yellowknife, yes. It's one thing to sell a system to a customer, but it's another thing to be here for the customer afterwards for service and any help they need. It takes perseverance, and when you're working on a good thing, you just stick with it and push through until you reach what you dreamed of. We deal with furniture plants which have their own wood waste. It makes a lot of sense there because they don't have to take the wood waste to the landfill site. They can actually use it to heat their own building.
We have a manufacturing plant that makes solid wood furniture. 18 years ago, they were looking for a new supplier, and I decided maybe I can make furniture. Well, using Burkhardt, we got what we felt was really accurate data on the potential savings. In our last building, our annual gas bill was a little over $60,000 a year. Now that building is half the size of this one. With today's gas prices, that our gas would be well over $100,000 a year. We don't have any pollution problems here. We had it tested when we first put it in by Burkhardt and the environment, and passed with flying colors. And yeah, there's nothing. Like, you don't get any ash, if you want to call it that, landing on vehicles or on your rooftop or anything like that. It's just smoke, which is mainly water vapor. Well, it's definitely saved us money so that we could spend it in other places. Right, so we have some of the most up-to-date, sophisticated equipment. Part of it is because we have the money to head out there and get it, which is just making the business that much more successful.
I've been a counselor in the city of Enderby for 10 years now. When I ran for city council, this wasn't on the radar. In subsequent elections, when I ran, I actually talked about this. We are able to heat our public works building. We're able to heat our sewer sludge drying beds, possibly at some point maybe hooking up to the high school. Burkhart's own private one that he operates from his main shop, yes, he's able to heat some actual businesses that are close to his, Cal Tire being one, our pool, our city pool, First Nations with their new community center. Honestly, I don't know of any drawbacks. I think it's a win-win for everybody. From Burkhart himself to the install guys, very hands-on, very easy to work with, very interested in collaborating with everybody.
We are a one-stop shop. Not only do we supply the boiler, we can design the entire system. So from the CAD drawings to the design of the container, placement of the augers, electronics, the pipes, it's a one-stop shop. We deliver it and the commissioning period is very short. Usually we're in and out of there within days or a week or so. Fink Machine does not charge for tech support. We're on call 24 hours a day, and usually over the phone we can solve your problem. Or what we can do now is dial into your boiler, diagnose your system through our location, our office here.
Ministry of Forests, Lands and Natural Resource, it's Kalamalka Research Station. Genetic research for the commercial species. And Burkhart was very easy to work with. He had a plan, he knew what he was doing. The installation went in very easily. I've talked to Burkhart when he's been in Chicago and Boston and Newfoundland and Northwest Territories. He's guided me through, well, try this, try that, and try the other thing. And sometimes that's all I needed. They respond really fast. In those shoulder seasons where I'm doing outside work and I'm really busy, plus we're operating this unit, I don't have to tend to this, so I can do what I need to do outside. If we have an early fall, I can just push one little button and within a couple hours there's heat in the building.
I think the biggest thing that got me interested in biomass is the nature of a renewable local resource that can really help communities lower their energy costs. So for example, we can use biomass boilers in hospitals, schools, commercial buildings. They're spending their energy dollars local as opposed to a utility that maybe they don't see that coming back. We also have access to a 30,000 square foot warehouse space in Waterloo, Ontario. The ability to maintain these systems is crucial, especially when we're talking about some of the remote locations that we go into, such as in the Northwest Territories, the Yukon, and parts of northern British Columbia. One of the projects that I like most is a community that went and took and connected a biomass boiler to a new wastewater treatment plant. And by connecting the boiler to the wastewater treatment plant, they're preheating the water coming in the wastewater treatment plant, which makes it more efficient. They're also heating a number of adjacent buildings. So it's really a win-win-win for a lot of people.
Whether you are just considering a biomass boiler or have used them in the past, let Fink Machine Incorporated show you how their top-of-the-line boilers, cutting-edge in-house design and fabrication departments, and their friendly, knowledgeable staff can make the entire process streamlined and seamless. Using wood biomass boiler systems is good for the environment, and it will benefit your business today and for generations to come. Fink Machine will help you realize your vision of a clean, profitable, and sustainable future. Contact us today and learn how easy it is to save money and precious resources. Fink Machine Incorporated, the first name in biomass boiler system fabrication, installation, and service.